Hey everybody, Steven here. It's been a minute since I've done any content on the channel. I've been just busy with the other channel that I have, which is for tech and video game stuff. Gonna slowly start ramping up content on here again. I need to get back to doing that. But one of the big things that's happened, you can see I'm in a different space. I did two different series. One when I was at Obtain, moving into that space, and then again when I got my own spot, and I've moved again. But this time it's actually because I'm pairing with a chiropractor that I work really closely with, Dr. John. We've done the grip approach certification together. Like 90+% of my clients go to him. So we're trying this out where it's actually gonna be a dual clinic / personal training space. So I'm gonna flip this around so that I can actually showcase the space to everybody and what it looks like. So we'll flip this camera around and then I'll kind of narrate how everything is placed and where things are going to go and things like that. All right, so that's the front door right there. That's actually my Jeep out there. That's my car out there. But so this is the front door. The big difference between this is a storefront. The other place was like a warehouse. So the natural light coming through the windows is really, really nice. So we have the dumbbells over there, the skier, kettlebells, we have the turf. I'm taking that orange and black shelving unit out of here. One of the big things is trying to condense space because although this is bigger, Dr. John is using the space as well. So with this, trying to condense how much space I'm using, so taking equipment home, things like that. So this is 1,536 square foot. The other space was 1,350. Right? But this doesn't have vaulted ceilings, which is going to be great for the air conditioning, but it also means that this doesn't look as big because if you took out the tiles in here, it'd look a lot bigger. Got a closet in the back. That's actually where my water and towels are at right there. So got my board back up. So let's kind of look at some of the other stuff. I still have my rail support system. Just got that kind of re-tinkered with, right? So you walk in, we have one bathroom right here. We need to fix this up a little bit more. See me right there for a second. For whatever reason, the landlord put his guys put the sink, the cabinet for it, like the vanity, right, on the floor. They didn't put the little box that's supposed to sit on top of. So trying to get that fixed. That goes to the mail room, which is everybody's mail, so we don't really use that. In here, we were gonna potentially use this as like one of Dr. John's treatment rooms, but it's pretty small. It's actually, it has the stuff for a bathroom, which is why that is pulled up, because we had my plumber come look at it and give us a quote on what it cost to turn that into a bathroom. We may or may not do that. It may just be a changing room, because what we want to do is there's two bathrooms in here. So we come this way. We got the functional trainer. I'm gonna move this actually where the dumbbells are because I want to put shelving on the wall. So this was on the black and yellow shelving, but we're gonna put it all up on the wall, get it up off the floor. Once again, condensed space here. The rower's gonna have to move because John's gonna put a receptionist right there and then kind of seats over there for waiting room. That thing right there is just not gonna work to shield it. It's just too close to the squat rack. But this is the other bathroom, and we're thinking about turning this into his treatment room because it's a lot bigger. And with this, he could fit the table in there, all of his stuff. And so we could take all this stuff, put it in the other room, and that could be the bathroom. Or like I said, it may just be a changing room. So that's what we're kind of looking at right now. This being his like waiting room little nook. Go back this way, kind of give just a showcase of what the space looks like from this direction. And then let's go into his office. He's not set up. It'll be next month. So he's got a couple more weeks. So he has like this little entry area. Then there's the wall, although it does have the electrical panel on it. And that's where the actual AC unit and heating unit's at. But this kind of is like a sound barrier, which is pretty awesome. And then we come into his office, which is much bigger than where he's at right now. And he even has like this little nook right here that he could use to put a desk, right? So he could do all of his paperwork and stuff like that there. Got the TV from the old spot. We're gonna probably put that on the outside area right next to his door. He can do PowerPoint slides there for advertisement and talking points for his business. That ladder we use to do exercises off of, attach bands, things like that. Dustin Ripito gave that to me. So we picked that up from Aaron's spot because he wasn't using it. So he'll probably mount that maybe in the middle of the wall. And so he can do some exercises in here. He'll be bringing his table and all that stuff over in 2 weeks. And so he'll do most of the stuff in there, treatment in the other room, and then he can come out here and utilize the weights and stuff like that to instruct his patients, exercises that he wants them to do, things like that out here. It also makes it so that they have to cross through and see what I do. And the hope is to create a referral-based system where they can come and use my services, because that's one of the things that we try to do right now. It's just harder when they don't see me. So with them having to pass through, they get to actually meet me in person, see what I do, and hopefully make that connection. And I'll hopefully get referrals out of this as well. Just as I've referred 90% of my clients over to Dr. John, we can kind of get some people over to my side that he sees as well. So short video, just showcasing the space right now. And this is further away from my house, but it's actually closer to a lot of my clients, so they're very happy about that. And so start here. We'll probably be here 1-2 years max, starting small and then trying to grow to something big. So this is 1536, other one was 1350, but you can see it takes up the rooms. The other thing that changes this is I don't have as much usable wall space because of all the angles in here and where he's like, we want this whole side over here to be his section. Receptionist there and his kind of like coffee and water and then a waiting room. So I don't have as much usable wall space, which makes this feel smaller. But Derek isn't with me anymore. He took over my spot actually. So that was the other trainer training out of my spot. Charlotte came with me, so we do have, but she doesn't have as many clients. So a couple times a week we cross paths, but it shouldn't be bad at all. So start here and then grow to something bigger is really the hope. And so, yeah, we'll be here a year, like I said, 2 years max, and then try to grow to that next stage versus starting big. Some of the spots we were looking at were like 3,000 square foot with double the rent. So like $2,400 for us. And that's more to take on as he's just now branching out on his own and kind of doing his own chiropractic thing. He was working for somebody else. So between that and, I mean, you can make good money as a trainer, but I'm not making that level of money without having a bunch of other trainers. And so slowly ramping up on that, where here I can just be by myself and it's not, I can handle it. Where go to a bigger space, I'm gonna have to have 3-4 trainers with me to help cover rent. So gonna grow slowly. So this is the spot I'll be shooting video in here. Hopefully we can do dual video as well. So get Dr. John on some of these. We want to host workshops out of here and stuff like that. Start small still even with those, but then grow to something big. So that's going to be it for this video. I should have an update because there's still more that I'm going to tweak. So I'll do another video when I move everything around and it's kind of like the settled version of this. And I won't use my iPhone. I'll bring in my DSLR camera and then do some good cinematic cuts. So just give a better viewpoint of what this actually looks like. But that's going to be it. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. I'm going to be ramping up the content. If you want to continue to follow along with that, hit that subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.